Hey guys, it's Aaron here with Project Black Sheep. Today is D-Day. Job number 1, get that motor out of here. Let's get after it. Okay guys, so we're a couple hours in right now, and as it stands, I've got the core support out, got the whole front end off the car for the most part, and I'm starting to take the stuff off the fender wells. I've already got the AC removed for the most part. If you can see, got all of the accumulator, all the dryer, everything like that, all the lines that go up into the box. Got the AC all removed. I got the washer tank removed over here. Went right in that huge crevice right there. Tank up here. I got the power steering tank removed. We're gonna be working on the ABS module next. That's gonna come off as well. And then after that, we're gonna start removing all this stuff off back here, making sure everything down in this area here is emptied out so that we can pull the motor without, you know, yanking any wires or anything dumb like that. And then once that gets done, yeah, I think we're at the point where we can start getting the transmission unbolted, get the motor mounts undone, and I guess we can hook up and get the motor out at that point. And then we're gonna try and get it on a stand tonight. I don't think I'm gonna take the head off right now. I kind of want to see what went on. I think that I cracked the number 2 cylinder between the intake and exhaust valves, pretty typical. So that's where we stand at the moment, but yeah, let's keep plugging away at it. Okay guys, quick update. It is 11:30. You can't even see that remotely. There's a clock hanging over there somewhere. Anyhow, it's 11:30. I've been at this for about 4 hours or so, I think. As it stands right now, got the motor out, got the motor down on the crane, cherry picker, whatever you call it, I don't care. Engine bay is empty. So broke a couple things. I didn't realize that the starter was attached to the motor through there. It's kind of hard to focus with this lighting. I didn't realize there was a bracket there and the starter's all bolted to the motor and everything. So I did break the tab off the starter right there, but luckily for me, I have an aluminum welder, so I can fix that. So I'm not too worried about that. I decided to take off the ECU and all the relays and fuses and stuff and unplug all that from under the cowl. Reason I did that is, if you can see where, there. I got some wires that are kind of cobbled in there together, and I want to clean that stuff up and make sure the connections are all good and solder them, do them the right way and everything. So I decided to take it all out, and I'm gonna have to have the ECU reflashed anyhow. Once we get to the tuning stage of everything, that's gonna be, you know, a couple months away probably, but when we do get to that stage, I'm gonna need the ECU out anyhow, so I wasn't really too worried about it. Outside of that, I didn't have too many other problems with anything. I did notice that there's a crap load of grease. It's kind of hard to see, but all of this area is just caked with grease. I must have had a bad boot in there, so not too worried about that because I will be doing the rear wheel drive conversion on this. We're gonna be going returnless fuel system, so any of the, you know, vented lines and everything like that go into the fuel tank. I'm gonna be getting rid of all those. Like I said, we're gonna be trying to simplify all of this, get rid of most of the vacuum stuff that's on the motor. Tear down will come in the next couple of days. I'm not really too concerned with it right now. It's late enough and I'm gonna have to get up early, so I'm trying to just get the tools and stuff kind of cleaned up, kind of get my bearings straight, see where I stand with everything. I'm gonna think over some more stuff tonight as to what I'm gonna do with this front end, because looking at it now, not that any of it's a problem, but I just need to figure out how I want to make my radiator support, because it is going to be tube steel. It's going to be a whole, you know, bumper mounts and all that stuff, because I am doing a completely custom front end. So I need to figure out how I want to do all that stuff. But for the most part, everything went pretty smoothly. No real surprises that I, you know, didn't expect. Everything's exactly how I expected it to be. I mean, it is fairly clean. I mean, with the exception of dirt, grease, and road grime and all that stuff, there's not really any rust on the underside of this. I mean, that's not really a good view, I guess, but looking back in here, you know, everything's fairly clean. Not really a whole lot of rust anywhere. So, we have a good slate to start with. I didn't want to say clean slate, that's too cliche, I guess, but we do have a good base for the project. Pretty happy with what I got to work with at this point. Not too sure on what we're going to be cleaning up at the moment. I do want to try and eliminate, you know, I might cut it off right in here, right in line with that. Just cut this off right here, cap that, and then what I could do is just weld some flat plate in there on both sides of this, and then bring my bars off of that. I'm gonna make a custom strut tower support, and then the strut tower support is gonna have the hood and the core support and all that stuff tied into it. So we'll have the bumper support down here, or coming out from here, and then we'll have the core support coming down from up top and around. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. I've been thinking that since the start of this after looking at everything, but you know, really seeing it opened up now, I kind of have a better idea, a much better idea at least, of what I want to do. So if you guys have any questions or any suggestions or anything like that, feel free to let me know. Get a hold of me on here. We have our Facebook page. The link will be in the description, as well as the Instagram. Feel free to message me on any of those channels. Ask me questions, throw me suggestions. You know, I'm open to, you know, any ideas or anything that you guys could think of that I need to look out for on this. But for the most part, it's gonna be pretty straightforward, just trying to simplify everything under the hood. You know, we're going returnless, so all that stuff's gonna be simplified. I might move the ABS module into the cowl area and relocate the battery to the trunk. That is one thing that I'm considering doing to help clean up the engine bay. Shouldn't be anything too terribly hard. Like I said, I don't want to have a bunch of stuff, you know, visible and looking like hell and everything like that. So just trying to make sure it's a lot cleaner. Outside of that, I'm gonna call it a night. I'm exhausted and I still have to clean up. So thanks for watching, guys. Follow along, and I guess yeah, let me know what you want to see or any questions you have, and until next time, guys, thank you. like this video, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Also, don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Apple Aaron. We will be posting a link in the description. Also, we are going to be creating a Facebook page called Project Black Sheep. We will also post a link in the description for that. Thanks, guys.